So you chose right, but by sticking with the pulse, let's start from the east. This afternoon, there's heavy security in Somanya, where hundreds of residents poured onto the street to protest what they say is high electricity bills presented to them by the ECG. We understand the protesters vandalized ECG property as they pelted stones and other objects at the office building. They're demanding an end to what they say are the outrageous bills presented by the power supplier. Let's get on to the line and get some live updates from Right FM's Austin Ofori-Addo, who is there. Good afternoon, Austin.
Good afternoon, madam.
Austin, bring us up to speed as to what exactly is happening in Somanya.
As I'm talking to you now, I can see a number of military men and police, armed people guarding the ECG office. This afternoon or this morning, the people or the residents of Ilo and Manya embarked on illegal demonstration. When I say illegal, I can say that they didn't inform the police. And what happened was that the tariff is so high, they think the ECG is overbailing them. So they intend, a group called Voice of United Krobo Force, intend to embark on a peaceful demonstration, and they met with the chiefs and the people of both Ilo and Manya. But today, what happened was that one man called the same day, is a family member for Sawe electoral area. He is the one advocating for that. So he always talks to the people that they shouldn't pay any bill brought to them by ECG because they have been cheated. So today, the ECG people tried to disconnect the man, and they disconnected his meter, sent it home. So in the course of disconnection, then he also called the people in his electoral area until that they started to attack the people, the workers from the ECG. So today, what happened was that the demonstration embarked is illegal, and we tried to engage the military, the police about this, and they are all saying they won't talk about it because what happened was really horrible. So until they take the necessary steps, they take the necessary information from the people, they will not be able to. But I'm talking to you now, there are a lot of police and military men around, making sure that there is peace. And it's like that the people are saying they are going to mobilize themselves again and come back. So I think that's the main reason why they've called for more police and security personnel to come and help.
We're told that some properties were vandalized. Tell us about it.
It's true. They vandalized a lot of the property, the building. They threw stones to the glasses, and they vandalized almost the whole building because the building is made up of glass. It's made up of glass. So they threw stones to the building, and I can see that a lot of things were destroyed.
Has there been any casualty?
No, but to my knowledge, one of our reporters, Joyce, was brutalized by some of the people. You know, it was horrible. So he reported a case to the police. And he has been sent to hospital. So we are still following the situation.
And how are the demonstrators explaining to you what they mean by outrageous charges from the ECG? What exactly are they talking about?
What they are saying is, at first, Ilo or Somanya is not supposed to pay any ECG bill because they think we have to enjoy something. We have to enjoy it free. If something happens to the Akusumoda Rana, they are saying that we will be the victim, so we are not supposed to pay. And if they agree to pay right now, the bill must at least be minimized. Sometimes you'll be there and they will bring about 5,000 Ghana cedi, 3,000 Ghana cedi. I'm talking now. My bill that I'm holding right now is 3,400 Ghana cedi. And when you go there, they will negotiate with you to be paying. But I think it's not supposed to be so. It's not supposed to be so. For negotiation, they have to bring the right bill. So the people think they've been cheated. And talking to some of the people, they said there are some things that they have to fine on the bill, but they are not seeing that. So they think the ECG is billing them, is overbilling them to also use it for their own thing. So they think they've been cheated. So that's why they are reacting that way.
And have you cited the Member of Parliament for the area? What has he been telling these demonstrators?
When we called the Member of Parliament, Honorable Lawyer Kofi Amwati, he told us that we should make sure that things are calm. He has called the police or the military personnel to make sure that things are calm. He is not around, so he said he has given out the rights or the procedure for them to follow so that things can be okay.
Does it look like the demonstrators are satisfied with this kind of assurance from the MP?
What is happening right now is that, as I told you, the voice of the United Kobo forces, they are behind everything. And now I'm just from the man, that's Mr. Pana, and he said he has calmed the people down. He said they shouldn't be back on any other thing again because they've petitioned the president of Ghana, that's Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the vice, and IGP, that they want to embark on a peaceful demonstration. So what happened today? They know nothing about it. They know nothing. So they just calm them down that they should wait. The right time will surely come.
All right. Many thanks to you. Austin Oforiado is a journalist from Right FM. Joining me on the other phone line is Magnus Kofi-Amoate, who is a lawyer and member of parliament for the area. You're welcome on the polls. Honorable, you're on the polls. Hello, Honorable. I'm afraid we lost the member of parliament for the area. We'll try and get him back on the line, but we've been talking about some demonstration in Somanya which turned violent, and you heard the journalist from Right FM said that initially it was planned to be a peaceful demonstration but ended up bringing some violence. But the main issue here is that the people are complaining of high bills from the electricity company of Ghana. He talks about a lot of security personnel, both military and the police, who are there to bring calm to the area. And he says that the member of parliament, who is not around, has spoken with leadership of that group to make sure there's calm in the area. We're still trying to get the member of parliament from the area to speak to the issue, but we were told, but there was another demonstration. The Economic and Organized Crime Office says it has the authority in support of government to investigate and recommend for prosecution political office holders and civil servants who have been indicted in various reports by the Auditor General. We'll be getting into this matter by speaking with Adom FM's morning show host, Captain Smart, who joins me in the studio. But on the phone line is the Member of Parliament for Somanya, who is back on the line. Good afternoon to you. You're welcome on the Pulse.
Good afternoon.
Honorable, are you aware of the complaints of your constituents today? And today, indeed, they are all on the street protesting what they say is high electricity bills presented to them by the ECG.
Yes, I'm aware of what happened today. In fact, I was present when it happened. So I was a witness to it.
And what have you done about it?
What have I done about it?
Exactly.
This was a spontaneous action, and I got wind of it in the nick of time. So before the demonstrators got to the electricity office, I was in there with the police commander after a meeting with the district manager of CG. He was explaining to me why they complain of a high bill. He informed me that there is what they call estimated bill and actual bill. And when they send you an estimated bill, there is a time when you receive actual bill, and maybe if you were overbilled, the actual bill will actually reduce what you had paid earlier. So I was suggesting to him that then there is a need for him to come out and educate the consumers on this thing, that it is not every bill you receive that is an actual bill. Some could be estimated bill. And he was informing me of his challenge, why it's not feasible for him to do that all the time. And then, while we were in there, we realized that the demonstrators had actually reached the offices of the ECG, and the police were there protecting the building. But unfortunately, a few of the demonstrators pelted stones and destroyed some of the glasses of the offices.
You should be worried about this kind of happenings in your constituency. I'm sure you want to engage the ECG and these people to ensure there's no recurrence or to even curtail this whole demonstration. Have you done anything?
Sorry, the line was breaking. I didn't hear you.
I'm saying that you should be worried about this kind of things happening in your constituency. You would want to put in measures to ensure some of these things do not happen. What step have you taken so far?
Yes, I have agreed with the ECG manager that there's need for us to have open endeavors, maybe from community to community or at very vantage positions, so that we could, he should be able to explain to the people. In fact, he informed me that billing is not done in his offices, that all bills, all electricity bills are done from a central point. Depending on the readings of the meter, computer is fed, computer produces your bill. So it is not its making that the bills are high in the constituency. He further explained that he is in charge of 7, apart from ours, a Sojaman, a Papim North, North Song, and some others. So that you see that it's not a peculiar problem for Yilong municipality alone. It may be affecting other districts as well. So I think there's need for us to have a DEBA, community DEBA, and educate the people. In fact, I just finished my rounds yesterday in some of the communities, especially those communities that have just been connected to electricity. And one of the messages that I was discussing with them is the ability to pay your bill timeously so that you will not be disconnected. More so when they are new consumers connected to the national grid.
But it doesn't look like the demonstrators are impressed or satisfied with this kind of explanation you've given them, because they're still there.
No, the demonstrators are. But I did not even have the opportunity to tell them that this is what I have discussed with the district manager. All I did was to try to calm down tension. I did not even tell them this. What they are demonstrating against is tariffs must come down, and which I actually agree with. Tariffs must come down. If it is the issue of what do you call it, estimated bill and actual bill, why can't we have actual bill all the time? Why should it be that at the point we should have an estimated bill?
What explanation have what has the ECG been telling you about this? Why it's always estimated bill and not actual bill?
Sorry, Matilda, come again.
I'm saying that what explanations are you getting from the ECG to the fact that they're always giving the people estimated bills and not actual bills?
Well, he explained that it is a software issue. That there are times when they put in a software which will, well, the explanation he gave was put in a new software, and the new software is at times there's fluctuation, being able to pick the actual readings and give an estimate readings. But I believe that he will be in a better position to explain the technical circumstances to you when you speak to him.
But I believe that you want to be a liaison between this so that we don't get some of these things happening because...
Certainly, I have always been a liaison and I will still be, because I want to see the resolution of this impasse. because the agitation was so terrible today. And, well, I thank God that I was on the scene, and with the help of some of the community opinion leaders, we were able to calm down tension. It was not a pleasant situation.
So what assurances are you giving to these people in your constituency so that they can put their minds to rest?
I am asking my constituents to exercise the greatest restraint, because the demonstration today is a loud statement that the people can no longer tolerate these high tariffs. There is need for ECG to do something about the high tariffs. So they should exercise patience. Dialogue is always better than violence.
All right, many thanks to you. Magnus Kofi Amoate is MP for Yilo Krobo, and he's assuring his constituents that he will definitely step in to press on the ECG to do something about their problem.